Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? This is Manga here, and we just got the release for Goblin Slayer episode number 7. And let me just say, overall, it was an amazing episode. This anime just keeps on getting better and better and opening new doors to more questions. So the the episode opens up with Goblin Slayer having a dream sequence, and the dream sequence is reminiscent of the past, what has already happened. It's him as a little boy, and he's going through the process of tutelage with his master, and his master isn't human, so to speak. I'm not too sure what he is, in the sense of is he an elder elf or something of the nature, but he looks more than just an elf, so I'm not too sure what he is, but he's kind of given trials and tests and tribulations for Goblin Slayer as a little boy, but he's really trying to change his mindset about what he thinks about goblins, but also how to act on responses. So he goes through the process of giving him some riddles, and I thought that sequence was pretty cool because I was trying to figure out the riddles as I was trying to go along, but I wasn't able to figure out any of the riddles. But basically he was just trying to tell him that it's either when there's a situation that's at hand when it comes to the goblins, you have to move, you have to kill. There isn't a fight or flight sequence. It's only fight and then kill, right? So it's overall, you could see that that was the beginning phases of Goblin Slayer and becoming who he is gonna become, which is who he is right now, the Goblin Slayer. What I'm not too sure about is, was his master the one who saved him from that situation from many years ago when he was a little boy, or not? But and will we see the master again later in the future? And I hope we do see him in the future. I think he seems to be an odd but cool character at the same time. But I'm eager to see more and more flashbacks or more dream sequences like that in the future. So as the episode opens up even further, then we are let to know that they did a miracle spell to get out of that situation from episode number 7, which was like crazy, crazy episode. I basically thought everyone was gonna die, but lo and behold, that they were all saved from the miracle spell that happened, and the priestess and goblins, they were laying in bed naked. So I'm not too sure what that really meant. Was the miracle spell them fornicating in order for them to get out of there, or was it she just needed to be a virgin in order to do that spell? Not too sure about that. But then the sword maiden came in, and of course, they're just looking at the aesthetics of her body the whole entire time. So that was pretty distracting. But at the same time, she came in and basically said that, like, I wish I could have saved you, but I couldn't because I am not a virgin, basically. And she tells a tale, a mini tale about, well, she fornicated with a goblin going into a cave. So she, at 10 years old, so there was nothing that she could do about it. So she asks if you want to know more of the story to Goblin Slayer, and he's basically, I already know what happened. As you could hear, Goblin Slayer is just like, he already knows what's happened. He's seen many things already. So what she might say is not really anything brand new, if that makes sense, right? So as the episode continues, the rest of the party comes in. They're excited to know that everyone is alive, everyone is healed, everyone is good. So they go and they eat together as a party, and they go to take care of some of their items and things of that nature. Goblin Slayer goes into a local shop, and then he pays the money to just like take care of my armor, get me some new chainmail, things of that nature. And him and the priestess go out for a little bit of kind of an ice cream date. I don't want to say date, but they sit down, eating ice cream and talking a little bit. And then we see some of the two of the party members from where they get all the missions and things of that nature, just telling them about certain things. But the episode basically concludes with them going into a tunnel slash sewer area, and they meet up with like a eye based monster. I believe they didn't name him because he was like the unknown or something like that, like Beholder. But basically, he was protecting something, and what he was protecting was like a mirror. So Goblin Slayer came up with a plan to beat him. They beat him, things like that. But then at the end of the episode, while it's closing, you see a mirror, and the mirror, we don't know what that mirror is. If it leads into some like an alternate pathway or something of that nature. But overall, I'm really digging Goblin Slayer. I'm not too sure where it's gonna go in episode 10. I mean, episode 9 in terms of the mirror, but it's really cool to see that every episode is kind of like you're playing an RPG game, that they're unlocking things, they're going back to get new missions, they're eating, they're healing if they need to escape from like a grand area because they're about to die, that they have the ability to do so. It just seems like a really big RPG, and I know Goblin Slayer is reminiscent off of I believe an RPG, so it's just really cool to see. Overall, great episode. I enjoyed it. Overall, I would definitely give it like a 8 out of 10, just because there wasn't that much action in this episode, but it was more story driven, which is good. So that's why I'm giving it an 8. And then I forgot to rate episode 7, but I'm gonna give episode 7 like a 10, just because it had me on edge towards the end of the episode. And then for this one, again, it was story driven. So let me know what you think about this episode. I enjoyed it. Can't wait till episode 9 comes out. Give me a like, subscribe, and put some thoughts down below about what you think about his master and things of that nature. This is Zen Manga saying take care. Peace.